Welcome to the 5-Minute Nerd episode 46, where we dive into another nerd culture favorite. Today, we're jumping back into the dark, urban fantasy world of Harry Dresden with Small Favor, the 10th book in Jim Butcher's Dresden Files series. We'll explore high-stakes battles, dangerous alliances, and Harry's toughest choices, all in just 5 minutes. Small Favor kicks off with a classic Dresden scenario, Harry getting dragged into a new disaster. The Winter Queen Mab calls in a debt Harry owes her, a favor he cannot refuse. His mission? To protect mobster Johnny Marcone, who is kidnapped by a powerful and mysterious foe. Now if you know Harry, you know he's no fan of Marcone, Chicago's top crime lord. But with Mab and the Fey courts involved, Harry doesn't have a choice, and so begins his most dangerous mission yet. This brings us to one of the book's highlights, the Denarians. These are powerful beings who bond with fallen angels, and Harry's been dealing with them since Death Masks. Led by the sadistic Nicodemus Arcleone, the Denarians are relentless, sinister, and powerful. They want Marcone too, but their reasons are as mysterious as they are dark. To face off against them, Harry is joined by an unusual team, including the Knights of the Cross, who wield powerful swords against the forces of evil. We've got Michael Carpenter back in action, as well as Sonya, the only knight without a strict religious affiliation. The battle with the Denarians ramps up quickly, starting with a wild assault at the Shed Aquarium. Imagine it, magical beasts, explosions, and supernatural threats right in the heart of Chicago. It's a visual treat and a key moment where we see Harry's strategic abilities and his protective instincts pushed to the limit. But of course, Harry's life is never that simple. As he gets deeper into the mission, he realizes that Marcone's kidnapping is only the tip of the iceberg. Alongside the supernatural threats, Butcher dives deep into the relationships that define Harry's world. Take Michael Carpenter, a true friend and selfless hero. In this book, Michael faces some serious consequences for his commitment to fighting evil. He's badly injured, a turning point that shows the real dangers of Harry's life and the toll it takes on those around him. It's gut-wrenching, especially knowing how much Michael has already sacrificed, and it hits Harry hard. He's forced to confront the risks he puts his friends through, but he knows that without them, he'd be lost. Now let's talk about the Fey courts, particularly Mab and her Small Favor. Mab's character in this book is, as always, manipulative and enigmatic. She embodies the unpredictable nature of the Fey, deadly, beautiful, and thoroughly unpredictable. Her involvement raises the stakes, as her motivations are never truly clear. Does she want Harry to succeed, or is she setting him up for something far worse? Mab's cryptic ways only heighten the tension, especially as Harry suspects she has more planned than she's letting on. Then there's the Archive, also known as Ivy, a young girl who serves as a living library of all human knowledge. She's targeted by the Denarians, who seek to corrupt her and use her vast knowledge for their own ends. The scenes with Ivy are intense, showing her as a character caught between her duty and the threats of the Denarians. Harry is determined to save Ivy, but it's no easy feat. The stakes here aren't just about Marcone anymore. They're about keeping unimaginable power out of the hands of truly dark forces. One of the most unforgettable scenes happens in a high-stakes confrontation on a frozen Lake Michigan. Harry and his allies find themselves fighting Nicodemus and the Denarians in an epic all-out battle. It's a magical showdown like no other, with spells and swords clashing under a winter sky. Harry's pushed to his limits physically, mentally, and morally, and Butcher's writing makes every blow and spell feel like it's happening right in front of you. By the end of Small Favor, Harry's left questioning not only his own choices but also the intentions of those he works with and trusts. It's an intense, action-packed, and thought-provoking entry in the Dresden Files series that keeps fans hooked with every twist and turn. In Small Favor, Jim Butcher ramps up the tension, the stakes, and the emotional depth of the Dresden Files. With Harry navigating treacherous alliances, intense battles, and complex relationships, this book delivers on all fronts. Until next time, when we'll dive into another nerd culture favorite, keep nerding out. If there are parts of the nerd universe that you'd like for us to cover here at 5 Minute Nerd, leave us a note in the comments. To keep getting nerd culture broken down in 5 minutes, don't forget to like and subscribe.